Look who finally decided to show up.
Sorry about that. I was making money moves, chasing the bag, trying to get this money. You know how it is.
Yeah, whatever. I already went through it, the study material. I
Thanks.
sent in that email to you later.
Thanks. I'll have a lot more time to study since things took a turn for the worse at my job today.
You still clocking in that gym?
Never again. I washed my hands of that. Hate is a strong word, but let's look back and say, I'm not looking back.
Didn't you just get hired last month? Where was that energy back then? You were even broke. You needed even a job.
You think you're funny? Don't you? You think that's funny? You're not funny.
That's 444 turned into a biggie bag real quick.
Seriously? Are you kidding me? That was the old me. Besides, I didn't feel this way until recently. Let me paint you a picture of now. My shift starts at 10 p.m. and ends at 6 a.m. Sounds simple?
Right, that's how the night shift usually works.
Ever wonder how many employees they keep at the gym during those hours?
No, not really. Why would I know that?
Ever thought to look around? Or is observation not your thing? Matter of fact, do you even go to the gym anymore?
Yes, I still go to the gym. Maybe around three or four times out a day. Why are you looking at me like that? Don't tell me is it that you at the gym. Who would trust you to be the only employee in the gym? Things really did take a turn for the worst.
What time is it?
Well, it's usually 6:30 by the time you get there.
Keep in mind I have practice at 9:30 and I haven't done any schoolwork all morning.
Wow, that really flies being like you being a scholar. Why did you end up leaving so late? Did you need more hours?
The only thing I need now is a new job. That job wasn't paying me enough to be picking up other people's slack.
Yeah, $14.50 an hour is basically salary. Know your worth.
The crazy part is the person who worked overnight before me got fired for something ridiculous. The manager that hired me, great guy, showed me the footage. The guy literally got up from behind the desk to go play basketball while he was on the clock. Who does that?
Someone who doesn't care about their job.
Exactly. He wasn't even nice. I would cook him personally.
Let's not get carried away.
I would expect a bit more appreciation if he's shown for finally having a very capable individual step into the overnight position.
What do you mean by very capable? Didn't you tell me it was supposed to be a temporary job anyway? You still haven't even told me what took a turn for the worse.
I never expected it to be this organized. I can't work an overnight shift and have an unreliable relief. I have a life outside of work. I have goals. I'm ambitious. I can't afford to be wasting my life rotting away at some minimum wage job. No disrespect to my ex-coworkers, but it's just not for me.
Are you saying that the staff was reliable and unorganized? Your precious old coworkers.
Very unreliable. The rule is you can't leave unless someone comes to take over your shift in the morning. Overnight shifts only have one employee. Last week I stayed in extra and 20 minutes, hour and 20 minutes actually, pardon me, because my coworker car was stolen. I didn't find out until it was time for them to take over my shift, and they were nowhere to be found. No communication yet again.
Show some sympathy. Someone lost their vehicle for carrying out loud.
I refused. The week before that, I worked by myself for the first time since training, and I ended up staying for an additional 2 hours after my shift was supposed to end. And then after making me about 5 phone calls, I had to start kicking people out of the gym, which took another 30 minutes.
Yeah, I can't imagine people being corporate and being kicked out of the gym in the middle of their morning workout.
I swear to God, today was my last straw. I didn't fight it. I just let it happen. I told myself, I'm going just wait here patiently until someone shows up. There was no more anger in my heart. As the time continued to pass, and as I assured myself that I wouldn't be shutting down the gym, I started to smile a little bit. I was at peace with my reality. I looked at the work group chat. It was quieter than the library during finals week. Not a single one of my beloved coworkers or managers replied to my last few messages. That's when it hit me. If they're not coming, I'm officially the king of the castle.
Where are you going with this? What did you even do?
I did what any self-respecting monarch would do. I declared it a national holiday in my honor and took a well-deserved nap on the bench press.
I want to be just like you when I grow up.
This pen isn't working again. I feel like I'm having a crisis.
Crisis?
I know I ordered hot coffee and not cold. No one ever listens to me.
Sounds like you have a crisis.
My pen isn't working. The internet in this place is absolutely horrible, so now my computer doesn't work. And to top it off, the coffee that I ordered that I said hot is cold because they gave me ice. Like, I need iced coffee in this weather. Like, honestly, this is ridiculous. I feel like I'm going through a crisis.
Crisis?
I'm gonna have to call you back?
Oh, hey, are you okay?
Have you seen a girl, like, this tall around?
No, should I have?
She's been following me around screaming crisis at me.
Oh, Casey? She's a public relations major. They're working on crisis management this week.
Public relations forms relationships between businesses and the public. A degree in public relations could lead to jobs like media planner, social media manager, marketing assistant, copywriter, and crisis manager.
She does realize that's not how crisis management works, right?
Nope. They didn't get to that part yet.
Great.
I wish I was carefree enough to do that. I've been late before, 15 minutes max, nothing crazy. When I'm late, I let the group chat know in advance like the responsible adult I was raised to be.
So what are you gonna do for the money now?
I don't really know yet.
You better get on it. With prices skyrocketing, we might have to start getting paid in bread leave soon.
What do you mean prices are skyrocketing?
Number one, just last week I dropped a calm $100 on groceries.
100? What'd you do, buy the cashier smile too?
Technically it was 97, but I remember when I used to pay less than $50 and I was good. When the cashier saw my trembling hands, she was like, "Is everything okay?" Told her I was just practicing my new workout routine. The financial stress sake. Really, I was praying my car wouldn't get declined.
This can't be the same person that was clowning me for getting a biggie bag.
That was the old me, but fun fact, the price of everyday items like a carton of eggs has increased by 50% since 2019. Partly due to the factors like the bird flu affecting supply.
My stepmom does the grocery shopping most of the time.
You're lucky you still live with your parents because the average monthly mortgage payment rose nearly $300 since 2019, hitting their highest level in 2 decades.
Where are all these statistics coming from?
Number one, the internet is free. There's no excuse for ignorance.
Whatever. I still need a job. Your statistics just remind me of how financially rough it is being a college student.
You can say that again.
The crazy part to think about it is there's always someone who has it easier than you. But then there's always someone who also has it harder.
Elaborate.
Well, think of it like a game of the financial musical chairs. Some folks have a chair when the music stops, like those with family support or scholarships. They're in a sweet spot, not having to worry as much about where their next meal comes from, or if they can afford their textbooks. Then there are others hustling between part-time jobs, drowning in student loans, who find themselves scrambling when the music stops, struggling even to find a seat.
It's all about perspective, isn't it? On one hand, you got someone complaining about the Wi-Fi being slow at their parents' spacious home where the fridge is always full. On the other hand, there's someone figuring out how to split a packet of ramen into the last 2 meals because their student budget doesn't scratch to cover both rent or groceries.
Exactly, it's a spectrum. Some manage with a safety net beneath them, others walk the tightrope with no net at all, just hoping not to fall. It's all relative.
Well, what makes you think, doesn't it? How we all navigate to this world with different maps, yet somehow we're all just trying to make it up to the same destination, success and happiness.
For sure, it's about finding those gracious little moments, those small victories, and holding on to them. Whether it's finally affording your own place, landing a job after countless interviews, or just making it through another semester without burning out.
And remembering to lend a hand with you, Cam, right? Because today it's their turn to struggle. Tomorrow it could be yours. The world's a bit kinder when we look out for each other.
Lend a hand. I can lend a couple fingers. Remember, I'm unemployed now.
Okay.
But you're right. Let's not forget to celebrate our wins, no matter how small, and keep pushing forward. After all, it's the tough times that make the good ones feel even sweeter.
You better get going before you lose your job and your spot on the team.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.